This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 2851. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. Welcome. I host this show. I have for a long time. And happy Valentine's Day. If you've forgotten, there's still time to get something for that person you love so much and show your appreciation for them. Really, don't miss. Don't be foolish. Even if it's just a little something, get them something that they would appreciate. Now, today's show is one where I talk about the possibility of returning to a former employer, because sometimes that makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's what I address in this show. Hope you find it helpful. Please share the show on LinkedIn and elsewhere. It will help other people, and Lord knows there are a lot of people who are looking for work now. And I'll be back in just one moment.
Here's one of those questions someone sent to me. I think it'll be helpful to you. What are the pros and cons of returning to an old place of employment? And the person continues by saying, I was at a small nonprofit for 10 years in a fairly high position and left with some good and bad feelings. 7 years later, the top dog is leaving and I'm being considered to replace him. So let me just simply say it depends on your definition of top dog. If you're going to be the head of the agency, you've got a pretty blank slate, and the only question really comes down to money and how much control you're going to have with relation to the board. If the board is the same, you're going to run into problems again. So that's going to be a tough decision for you. I can't advise you other than lay out the cards in that way. If your definition of top dog is you were a senior manager and you're reporting to a director who in turn reports 3 or 4 levels up, again, you run into problems because you don't really have control of your circumstances. You still have someone you're reporting to. So again, you can go back. And again, one of the issues is always money. And I'm not talking about your compensation. I'm talking about compensation. I'm talking about income at the nonprofit and the degree to which they are subordinate to government agencies or donations as part of their survival strategy or their financial strategy. If income from the agency is problematic, you know what you're stepping into. If that was a problem then, it's going to be a problem now, especially if they tell you it's a problem. So you've got to investigate the level that you're coming in at, who you report to. If you're at the highest level of the agency, what your relationship with the board would be like. Is it the same board that for whom there were issues before? What's the income stream? What's the money coming in? What are the expectations of you given the money? So those are a couple of things that I would consider. I would also say the benefit of going back, one of them is often you're in a situation where you're stepping in and you're able to continue building on retirement plans that you had. So, for example, there's a person I brought back to one of the financial institutions years ago. He was 7 years into a 10-year vesting toward a pension. And he was able to finish those 3 years off and thus retire with a pension plus a 401k, and all because he was able to step in and continue making contributions and continue based upon the former scenario to finish off the pension. Another one is often you know how the firm is run and you have shortcuts to getting things done because a lot of things haven't really changed. So, the advantage that you have is stepping into something familiar. The disadvantage can be what's familiar was a problem. So I hope that's helpful to you. I'm Jeff Altman. There's more at my website, thebiggamehunter.us, to help you with career decisions, to help you with your job search. So again, thebiggamehunter.us. If you'd like to connect with me on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. If you have a question for me about job hunting, best way to reach me is through Presto Experts. So go to bit.ly/Presto Experts, all one word, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. I'm Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, here are a couple of ways I can help you even more. First of all, connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you listen to or watch the show. I like knowing I'm helping some people. Also, join me at JobSearch.Community. Now, whether you become an insider or not, there's a lot of stuff on the homepage to help you. Books, guides, video courses, videos, some good stuff to help you. And if you become an insider, you get access to all my video courses, books, and guides, and you can ask me questions, and I log in daily to respond to everyone. If you become an Insider Plus member, all the same stuff I've mentioned to you before, plus you can get me on a Zoom call to answer your questions more immediately. And if you're interested in one-on-one or group coaching, become an Insider Premium member. There's a lot there that we'll work on to help you land your next job. And you get all the other content as well. Hope you have a terrific day, and most importantly, be great.